Girly, what's up, friend? I like your shirt. I ordered the same one. Bro, me too. Actually, this is the sample one, and it's like slightly off center on mine. So yours is actually going to be a little bit better than mine. I'm going to have to steal one. Got this thick neck, though. You miss me? Bro, I'm right here. I do miss doing shows, though. Really bad. Lucas and I were talking about this the other day. Join Freaky Sonic Nation Awsten. What does that even mean? Fell off after fandom. In a big way, dude. The show's got double. Go on tour? There's gotta be music first. You can't just go. I did not find out what... Is it pronounced Yaoi? Yao? How to pronounce Yaoi. Yao.
I ordered 200 hand-forged knives to my dorm room. And
the band account on YouTube doesn't have premium, so I just look at that.
Boys Love, which is a genre of fictional media originating in Japan that features homoerotic relationships between male characters.
Yeah, now say it.
How do you go about pronouncing it? Yaoi.
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 Yaoi is French. That's like with the I emphasis. Yaoi. Yo, that's Italian. What am I even doing? Wait. Yaoi. That's French. Well, what do you mean I know too much? You keep saying it to me, so I'm going to do the research and figure out what it is. You can't just say a word like 100 times at me and then have me not Google it. Come to Kansas City? Maybe. Those shows are good, though. And the barbecue. Solid. Yaoi. That's the tech. Oh, me and the fellas, we were watching some Yaoi. That's Texas. Do you know what a one-shot is? No. Google Yaoi. Rule 34. You guys are trying to get me messed up on here. I swear. I did want to come on and show y'all before I put them away, just because, oh my god, they're fragile little boys over here. With the fragrance yesterday. I went on Talk About It. Legit 12 samples right here. Cancel me big, dude. Do it. Do it. But yeah, I wanted to come on and tell you all the differences with these ones, because I understand that not everybody is with the talk. I actually didn't go on it for like a couple months after the whole, like, we won't get into it. They're like, oh, thank you, Mr. Sir President Trump, for bringing it back. That was so cool. Yeah, wait, hang on. Let me order them again, right? There's a percentage. There's a this. That's round 2. This is a 1B. 1, 4. Oh, wait a minute. Where are the other ones? Oh, here we go. And there's another 2 over here. Yuri. There's also Yuri and Yaoi. Dude, hang on. I have like some boxed versions of these. Actually, I need to upload a video of me actually bottling some, because that was very, very fun and tight. It was like the process, because they're all being done by hand here in Los Angeles. So I was in the perfuming spot yesterday doing it. It's like hand doing the liquid into here with like a little squeezy pump guy, and you got to keep it upright, otherwise it like fills with bubbles, and it's a problem. So there's that part of it. Making sure, got to make sure the stem, like it's trimmed, but then also it's not just like touching the bottom. Otherwise, it can get clogged. And then the whole thing is ruined. Ruined. Do I want to get married tomorrow? No! I have a store to build. Not build, but, you know, furnish. Design, furnish. Oh yeah, so the notes on the final version, fridge box right here, we have orange, iris, heliotrope, white amber, tea, cypress, spun sugar, cedar, and musk. So that's eventually, like, there's, it's so crazy because there are like more notes you can pick up in it if your nose is trained, but this is like, this is what you're going to experience. You and Michael are getting married? Yeah, buddy. And you're not invited. Oh. I'm going to do this in a Texas voice, in Spanish. Que bonito, mi amor. Que bonito, mi amor. I'm doing the Italian hands again. You don't want to see the nails. Stop asking. Like, look. The Orange Frost release, every release, honestly, I'm so stressed like every single time. We got this one. And like my nails suffer the consequence. Oh no, it's just M now, no longer MC. Bro, you joined Freaky Sonic Nation. I don't even know what you're talking about. Okay. So, at first, and if you already saw this, something like this yesterday, get out of here. What are you doing here? But I wanted to tell everybody on Instagram who's not on TikTok about the sampling process for Orange Frost. I smell you in high def. Oh, focus. Yeah, very tight. But yeah, these are the 5 that I had on the property tour. I don't even know what Freaky Sonic Nation is. High definition, that's a good handle. Okay, so there were 5 at first. There was A, B, C, D, 1A, 1B, 1C, 1D, 1E. And what's it called? So they all had like they were similar, but some of them were more masculine, some were a little bit more feminine, and I really wanted this to be like an androgynous unisex fragrance that worked with anybody. And it's also really interesting that, like, I've smelled it on a handful of people, and depending on your body chemistry and pH and all that, like, it reacts differently on different skin. So it's, yes, 1D like the... Yep! But yeah, so the 1A, I remember being, much sweeter. Honestly, 1A... out of the first 5 was closest to the final product. The notes were green tea, tangerine, fruit, and amber. The idea in general, I guess, would be the best place to start with it, is I wanted it to be orange, but the problem is orange can be very, like the citrus can be like a little bit too much. It can be too sour for like an everyday use. So I was like, okay, how do we figure this out? Because even in my own collection, I'd be like looking for an orange one because like fresh squeezed orange juice, like HEB, is like one of my favorite scents. It's just so good. Pop some 7s in the chat for HEB. And all the smells that were similar were mainly like grapefruit based. It was very strange, like, to learn that, but yeah, orange is a lot on its own, truly. Plus, a bunch of bottles of orange just like spraying on your clothes, like, you're gonna need some stain remover for sure. But yeah, so we started like cutting it a little bit, just like from the jump, you know, just because we were like, yeah, orange is gonna be too much. Let's cut it with different teas because it made it feel fresh. Still, like it had that fresh smell, but it didn't like, I don't know. It didn't dampen like the orange scent, but it helped control the like what could be sourness of it. And then we tried a bunch of other different fruit things in it, like apple, and there was a few others. But and like, you know, obviously like tangerine, like different kinds of orange as well. And that helped like bring sweetness back to it. You know what I mean? Please don't drink it. There's not on mine because I'm a grown up and I don't have to, but on all the bottoms there's a sticker that's like, do not drink. There's like legal stuff or whatever, that's where we put it. But on the very last line it's like topical use only. Do not ingest. So don't drink it. Don't sue me. Don't drink it. How would it be described as a flavor? Literally the notes are the best way to describe this to you. So, okay. 1A was, yeah, like I said, green tea, tangerine, fruit, amber, right? You'll be hydrated, but just not with this. 1B, mint tea, tangerine, mint, and leather and sandalwood. So, this one was definitely more masculine than the others because that was another point of it was it. Even once we like tamed the orange, I didn't want it to just be sugar water. You know what I mean? So there was still like depth to it. So having like the cedar and the musk and the cypress and the white amber is actually like one of the most helpful base notes. But we tried different leathers and incense and all these things, and it's like, I feel like there's just tiny little fragments of it that you can pick up in the final version. But in these samples, it was so much stronger. So ultimately, it was a little more manly than I was trying to go with it on like round one. But yeah, the leather and sandalwood in this was like much more present. 1C actually was grapefruit. And yeah, grapefruit, tangerine, white tea, and cedar. So this one was really nice. I mean, you can tell by like how much is sprayed, how much, or like that, like the correlation of how much I really liked it. So here's like A versus C. I really liked wearing A. If you spray it on an orange, you'll enhance your orange, but then you probably shouldn't eat it. It will burn. I've sprayed it, and then I walked into the spray because I was talking, and it burned a lot. Don't do it. 1D. I live for you, I long for you, Olivia. Mate, pomelo, tangerine, raspberry leaf. That was one of the most interesting to me because if I did a fragrance that wasn't orange, I would definitely want like a raspberry centered fragrance. But yeah, and sandalwood. So this one was probably the most like out of the realm of it being also shout out whoever just ordered. This takes it out of the unisex category for sure, because I feel like this is a manly version of Orange Frost. Like I said, it's definitely unisex. Like everybody who's smelled it is like, oh, like there's people that are like, I expected this to be like sweeter. I expected this to be whatever. But having actual perfumers, like people who are lifers who do this full time, smell it and be like, oh wow, this is actually really elegant, like surprisingly elegant, and not as like sweet or like childish, that was the word, as they assumed that it might be. Like it really is. Like the final version is an accomplishment. I'm so excited for y'all to smell it. Like it feels so, like I can only explain it so much over a phone to you. Like I wish I could put this through the camera at you, but it's actually incredible. 1E, tangerine, sun tea. So like I said, we tried a lot of different teas when we were trying to subdue the citrus of the orange, but rain, like a fresh rain smell. Gadoo. Thanks for that one. Apple. So this one is a little bit more appley, which I really did love, but yeah, that and leather. Man, I wish I had like bigger versions of these samples, just because I really do love all of them. It's just Orange Frost in different fonts. God damn it, that's really good. The sun tea is so strong in this. And the apple and the rain. It would be so fun to do like Orange Frost remix and do like a bunch of these because they really are great. And it would be interesting to do like, I like showing demos of songs, so I feel like it's a similar thing, showing demos of the fragrance. Of course, I'm back to it. I haven't quit smelling Orange Frost since I got it. Thinking about the color of the perfume itself. Yeah, so you shouldn't spray it like hard directly on, especially like white clothes. Put it on your skin. You can put it on your clothes. I mean, I would do like black clothes, totally. Like anything that's like, if it's like a hard white piece of clothing, spray it on your skin. Just be aware of that. But no, it's not like a mega staining thing. You just have to be careful with like not just Orange Frost, but fragrance in general. Unless it's just straight up clear. Oh yeah. Yeah, one in the hair. That's a little secret. That's a free tip. It's like neck, hair. And then if I'm wearing a bunch of layers, I'll also do like wrists and yeah. Can I get Nathan Fielder to orchestrate international sale of this? Yes. And I'm still having phone calls about how to get that done. It's tricky trying to do international anything right now, but especially if it's something that's flammable, like a fragrance, it's hard to, like the warehouse that I have doesn't have like the exact right certificate. So I'm trying to figure it out with them. And if not them, then there's like a plan B of just like a regular distributor. We have to see if they'll pick it up and blah, blah, blah. So working on that now. We did send a bottle to them yesterday and data and la, la, la. Very fun. Anyway, the more fun part of this, sample round B. This is what, okay, so if you were at the Sneaking Out of Heaven tour and you did meet and greet, you smelled me or whatever, you smelled one of these four, because I wore each of them, never at the same time, but I wore all of these to the meet and greets, right? So, oh wait, I don't hate British people, man, at all. Stop this. Your food is trash, but you have good hearts. So if you were at those meet and greets, and same with the international ones, you smelled one of these, which is very exciting to me. So I would kind of take note of what days I got more compliments on, because everybody'd be like smelling it, or they'd be like, "Oh, you smell good." I'd be like, "Okay, today I'm wearing A12." Okay, cool. And so it was like covert field testing, if you will. Orange Frost remix, yeah. So your food is not the best. You just have to stop. Nobody in the world thinks this. No one in the world. Most of y'all don't even think it. Grow up. So these were like, I think what we did was we took A, C, and E, like elements of those ones, and I was like, okay, I think it was the fruitiness of A. I really liked the white tea and the cedar from C, and 1E. I really loved the rain and the apple, and the sun tea was cool too, but we're trying not to do, overloaded. Otherwise it's a tea fragrance instead of a like fruit centered one. So the next round of sampling was tangerine, mint, crushed leaves, ink, sandalwood, and leather. So God, I loved this one. I'm pretty sure the final version we went with was between 1 and 4 of round 2. It was very difficult because both are so good. I support Ohioans. Of course I do. My mom's from Ohio, man. Of course I do. And so the first one, like between these last two, by the way, the 4 was mint tea, tangerine, sponge sugar, crystal, iris, sandalwood, cut glass. So the 4 was just like a tiny bit sweeter, and I really do think it's because of the whole like glass element, and obviously and the crystal one too, because those are both like light and sweet and very clean smells. It's like the crystal's like borderline like floral-ish, and the cut glass one is just like potentially a little bit more artificial, like in a candy kind of way, but still just sharp and clean. So when I brought these two to like my trusted people, they were like, yeah, 4 is the one. So that's what we ultimately went with. There's one more step after this, but I'm going to give the honorable mentions about 2 and 3. So 2